Let's fucking go.
The Emperor has been expecting you.
Hi everyone and welcome to 1/6 Figure Focus. You're watching episode number 48 of The Hope Show, a weekly show dedicated to movies, pop culture, collecting, 6-scale collecting in general. And we got a pretty stacked panel here, so we're going to bring everyone in. We got Mike, we got Trevor, we got Phil, we got the return of Jose Plus, who tells us he's here to defend, although some people are saying reclaim his title, but we shall see. Ian, Agent Silver Fox, and also we got Eddie Money Mendez. Thank you very much for giving up your time, folks, to come in here and just talk with us. So how are we doing there today? How are we doing this morning, this evening, depending on where you are in the world?
Great.
Doing great this afternoon.
Pretty good.
Stacked
Stacked panel.
Good. Yeah, absolutely. It's have a big panel. We even have we got at 9 in total, because if you look, we've got Rosario Dawson on the bottom left-hand corner, and then we got Bucky Barnes on the right. So it's nice the way that worked out. They probably don't say much, but you know, they look good. Will we get straight into it, folks? Okay. So Eddie, you can choose. You can choose. So where we got? We got pretty stacked lineup. What do you want to talk about, Eddie?
Oh, Face Off.
Straight away. Wow. I love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it. Okay, so we're going to get rid of this. We're going to get rid of this. And I've got my questions ready. I'm so glad he picked that. We're going to get the music going. So just in case you're new to the channel. Oh, that's great. I love that music. So once a week on the Hope Show, it used to start off as Fact Checker, where we ask Jose and one other challenger 3 questions. The first question is, in what year did movie X release? And the second question would be like, who directed movie Y? And then the third question could be, who played the role of character Z or whatever. So Jose is actually unbeaten. But then Jose had work commitments, and Mike took over, and Mike is now also unbeaten. So Jose and Mike, we're going to do this fair. I have a number in my head. Okay? I'm putting it into the private chat now, so don't look at the private chat. I'm going to type into the private chat a number between 1 and 100. You're each going to have a guess, and the closest one to the number gets it. Okay, there's a number gone into the private chat. Do not check the private chat. Okay, Mike, your guess?
14.
14. Jose, your guess?
27.
My number was 82. So Jose, you were closer. So Jose, that's a good start. It means absolutely nothing. It just means he gets to pick who's going to go first.
I can go first.
Ooh, not like, so. That's the first jab there. Absolutely, no hesitation. Right. Question 1 now. I'm going to ask Jose and Mike to switch onto the private chat, just in case someone's new and people that I think last week people in the chat didn't get the game and they were actually typing in, I know the answer. Well done, go you. But if you do that, you actually ruin the game. So don't answer. And I'm going to ask Mike and Jose to switch over to private chat, just to make sure, just in case someone's new and they make a mistake. Okay. So the first question, Jose, in what year did the movie Platoon release? I think you're muted, but I'm guessing you don't know the answer. Are you having mic trouble or? Can't hear you.
Yeah, I'm a pass.
You're going to pass? So you're not going to have a guess?
1964.
No. It was 1986. Okay, so this is a chance to take the lead, Mike. In what year did the movie Apocalypse Now release, keeping with the war theme?
Well, this sucks because I knew the answer to the first question. You don't have to believe me, Jose. But
I believe you.
Apocalypse Now. It was Apocalypse Now, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I should know this. We could. It's gotta be. I'm taking too long here.
Well, you get a guess anyway.
Yeah, 1982.
1982, you were close. 1979. Okay, so just in case you're just joining us, Jose
That was
and
a
Mike
good guess,
both got
though.
both got the first questions incorrect, so we move on. Jose, your second question. Who directed The Shawshank Redemption? Sorry,
That is some guy. Oh shit.
Eddie's having a canary there laughing. It is some guy. He was in the chat. Some guy's in the chat sometime.
No. Oh yeah. Oh, there's a guy called Sega.
It's like Samson, man. He takes 3 weeks off and he loses it. That's what we're gonna say.
Oh,
Eddie's having a conniption.
I don't know. I won't even guess. No.
You don't. You
I'll
want to
take it.
forfeit your guess? I'm
Forfeit.
I don't want to rub salt in the wound, but that is the #1 movie on IMDb.
I know.
Frank Darabont. Frank Darabont actually
Yeah.
directed a bunch of
I forgot that too.
Walking Dead episodes.
See,
really good ones as well.
but they give me the hard time. I wouldn't have remembered either. But okay.
Who directed Alien 3? This is to you, Mike.
Fincher.
That's one. That's #1. Yeah, same director as Fight Club, and I think Benjamin Button and The Social Network. David Fincher. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going into round 3. Mike has the lead at 1. So number 3. This is a hard question. I don't think anyone would have got this, but who played Marcellus Wallace in Pulp Fiction?
Dang, you guys were just talking about it too.
Yeah, but not who played the game.
That's actually a complete coincidence.
So I don't know how to pronounce his name, but I remember his face. So I know he's in Chuck and Larry. He's the guy who plays. He's like, oh, me too, man, me too.
Yeah,
I need to watch that. I haven't seen it.
I think it's pronounced Ving Rames, something like that.
I'm giving him that. That
Hell
is his
yeah.
name. It is
Yeah,
actually
that's
Ving
it.
Rhames.
Yeah.
Trevor,
Yeah.
the joy in Trevor's face, that is
Well
impressive.
done.
Yeah, so Ving Rhames, it's a
Congrats.
very strange pronunciation, but we're one apiece. Mike has a question in hand. I'd argue this is an easier question, no pressure, but at the same time a question, if you don't know the answer, you don't know the answer. The question's only easier if you know the answer. Who played Jackie Brown in the movie Jackie Brown?
Oh man, I know her. I'm just forgetting her name now. Beautiful lady. Congrats, Jose. You got this one. I can't remember her name.
Well, not necessarily. It's one
a
apiece.
tie.
So we have what I'm gonna do, if you do you want to have a guess anyway? You're entitled to one guess.
Surely something.
Don't say it. Don't say
No,
it.
I'm blanking on her
No,
name. I would just make a silly guess, like Roger Rabbit or something.
Okay, so we're one apiece. We have to break the tie. The woman's name is Pam Grier, and what I'm going to do, similar to how I started the quiz, I have her age on a tab open here. So you're each going to have a guess, and the close to her age will break the tie. This is the penalty shootout. Jose?
Oh man, well, when did that movie came out? Like the 90s? She must have been in
Pulp Fiction would have been in the 90s, so I think it would have been maybe.
But
late
Jackie
90s.
Brown, right? You're talking
Jackie
about the
Brown
lady
was
who played
like
Jackie
96, I think. I want to say 96, something like that.
97.
I'm gonna
Pulp
go.
Fiction was 94.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with 72.
72. Okay, Mike, what's your guess?
I'm gonna say 71 because I think that's really close.
Oh, Jose takes it. 74. He was one ahead. So you were thinking 72 too, weren't you? And you're like,
Yeah,
but I'm not gonna pick the same ones. If you've
like,
gone
I'll
a
go
step
under.
closer. All right, Jose.
Yeah.
Look, in fairness to the man, as much as we wind him up, he remains undefeated. So I mean.
Is there no one else?
All right, folks. It's going to change this.
Oh, that was a good one though, and I should have picked second, but I mean, I could have totally got the ones he got, but that's the lucky
It's
draw,
always
right?
the way.
Kills you
It's
when you
always the
know
way.
something, but you don't know it. It's a reminder when you're watching a game show on television. That pressure that's on those people, right? And you're like, come
100%.
on. But as soon as you hear
It's
the
much
answer, you're
easier
like,
when you're
I knew
watching it.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a lot easier when you're kind of watching at home with your phone. So what we're going to do is we're just going to really quickly just run through some of the chat. Sorry if I miss anyone here, but we got a lot of people in here. So really quickly, we got as usual, if you want to become a channel member, the link to join the channel memberships, it's pinned in the description as a pinned comment. So thank you very much for the existing channel members. We will give you a nod later on. We got Noble Young, we got Phil, The Empire Strikes, we got Collector's Entity, we have got Darth Bane, Talia Meyer, we got Philly Figurecraft. We also have Agent Silver Fox, of course. We have got JB here as well. We've got Mike Fela with the exclamation marks. And his new icon always reminds me of a popcorn bucket. And I always want popcorn every time I see it. We got Mark Attack from Spain, I believe. We got Keith Blitz 0065. Did you get tickets to... I think Keith got tickets to Star Wars Celebration. That's where I met Keith at Star Wars Celebration. We have got... Who else do we have? Oh, wow. We have got a super chat. All right, we got a super chat. That's very early on the night, and we have ourselves a super chat. So, which one we go? We go Deadpool. We'll go Deadpool.
Let's fucking go!
Good stuff. Thank you very much. So, just want to go back to the comments now where we have it. Okay, thanks very much, Darth Bane. What will the latest figures be at the Hot Toys event? What will the latest figures be at the Hot Toys event? Do you mean like the upcoming event or the new Dark Side? Maybe he's asking if they're going to release more from the Dark Side line, or maybe from the summer
it's got
showcase
another
or
10
something.
days.
Yeah, so there could still be that. A lot of people are talking about the Dooku 2.0. People are talking about the Emperor 2.0, but they've just done a Darth Sidious, so it's hard to know. I think there was a teased photo of Kylo Ren, but a lot of people are saying like the Dooku and the Kylo Ren are just the original versions, so it's very hard to know. I definitely don't know. Yeah, any theories on what else they could add to the Dark Side line that they haven't already? Oh, the what's it? The 7th and 8th brother and sister. I don't know numbers.
Right.
That's probably something.
That poster that some people have been sharing with crossed out ones that have already been released.
Yeah,
right? So
yeah.
we have her, the brother, and Kylo. I think are the only 3 left from that poster.
Mm-hmm. Can't see them doing another Kylo. Like, I mean, a lot of that stuff's at the the sequels trilogy. I can't see them doing another Kylo, but sure, what do I know?
Artisan
So, yeah,
Kylo.
Artisan Kylo.
Yeah, there you go. Now that's a fair point. Yeah, I stand corrected. So maybe some of them, maybe those Inquisitors, an Artisan Kylo, maybe they do another Dooku, but I have heard speculation that the Dooku in the poster is the original one. Summer Showcase, I haven't a clue. I haven't even given it any thought. Any theories about what's coming, guys, before we move on?
10 new Iron Man.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, 10 points for you. That's probably the most accurate thing. Yeah, yeah. I got nothing. Darth Bane, thank you very much for the €2.49 super chat. Very, very much appreciated. Shiny saying the stream lacks focus. Yeah, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. I do apologize for my tardiness. We got Kyle Goodwin here. We got Noble Young, Malek Mabane. Thanks very much for being here. He's a channel member as well. We got Universal Key. Shane dances to the intro before he goes live stream. Who told you, man? Who told you? Yeah, you're dead right. Philly, you can hop in here if you're at a loose end. I think one of the guys might be able to cut and paste the link for you. You're more than welcome to come in here. So yeah, just maybe if you want to comment there, and I'm sure one of the panel will hit you up on Instagram there. Who else we got? Is this LWO? So many people. They had a mega, like a huge panel there the other night. It was actually very impressive, and yeah, great bunch. Obviously, I wanted to jump on as well, but I think I was comatose, passed out, sleepy. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning. Stanley is here, brilliant. And Stanley was asking for you every single week, Eddie, and Jose as well. He was asking, where were you? I thought we had a falling out. I should have went along with it, but like, no, he's back. So we got Brandon Salad. Thanks very much. I send Brandon Salad the link usually on the Mondays, just going, quit your job. But he does have a day coming off for Memorial Day, I believe, soon. So he might be able to join us. We got 12-inch Moose Stream here as well. Thanks very much for being here. Royale with cheese, brilliant. Yeah, absolutely. Who else do we got? Aunt Jemima's here. Thanks very much for being here. Eddie Money Mendez, of course. And I think I'm pretty much up to date there. Who we got? Can your Deadpool Hot Toys Deadpool 2? Not sure what you mean. Oh, my first Deadpool Hot Toys was Deadpool from Deadpool 2, and it's awesome. Yeah, it's a great one. And with the yellow trainee jacket, that's the way I might display it. Absolutely loved it. Hot Toys Collector UK, thank you very much for being here, folks. We're up to date now, and yeah, so a slightly later start time than usual. And we're going to go back here and we're going to pick something up. We got a lot to get through, so we've just joined us. We got the face-off out of the way, and yeah, Jose is he's still a champ. He's still unbeaten, in fairness. But Mike put up a good fight. Mike, what do you want to talk about?
Yeah, let's go with the. I want to talk about this Batman armory.
I specifically put that photo up there because it's your icon. So
might have to change that icon now.
Yeah,
we'll
I'd be interested to hear your thoughts because you're kind of invested. You have the icon there, so
I've got it paid off and everything. So
all right.
Yeah, you want me to go start? Did I freeze? You guys there with me?
No, I got you.
Maybe Shane froze.
Right. Oh yeah, maybe Shane froze.
Shane?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Well,
go for it, Mike.
I'll go ahead. So like I said, I had this paid off. I was really excited when I first saw this, and it was it was like the piece that convinced me that I should pull the trigger and get the tumbler and just go for a large Batman display. But in my opinion, like the cornerstone of this piece is the head sculpt. And that's not always true for everything, right? Because sometimes the head sculpt might be good enough, or you might want to use the helmet or whatever other option. But to spend the money on this set, for me, I don't have a DX19. So I'm getting this.
Lucky.
And now, well, if I had the DX19, then I could take the newer suit, display that somewhere else, and put the DX19 in his little closet. Okay? And then who cares? You're losing some of the details of it. That's fine. It's in an armory. So that's why this is disappointing to me. because I do not like. This is a J&D sculpt. When I saw it, I go, what the hell is this? This is every aspect I didn't like of that J&D reveal.
The
You know
Bruce
what I
Wayne.
mean? And the Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so if I'm gonna have this, if I'm gonna pay all this money, it's because I'm really happy with this Power Post figure and that sculpt, and I'm okay with leaving the suit in the armory. But if I don't like the sculpt, then I don't want to display this Power Post figure. So if I remove him, now I've got this suit in an armory, and I just paid 600 plus.
Yeah.
I just, the value's not there for me. I can just look. I bought the. Let me just say this. I bought the Obi-Wan, Mandalorian Obi-Wan. I plan on putting the helmet on that figure because I've already got the Obi-Wan from the Clone Wars. So I'm going to display him helmeted with the other Mandalorian and Maul. Not as Obi-Wan, but you know what I mean. So you can do these things with this. If this head sculpt doesn't work, what do I do with it?
Yeah, what do you do with it?
That's
Yeah.
just what do you? So
I've only seen the
that's
2
my 2 cents.
pictures, though. Right? Have we only seen like a couple of images of this, and they've both been very blown out, lighting wise. Phil knows what I'm talking about. Like, just they're not great images. You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, I'm not getting it, but I'm still. I can't believe that they haven't put out some better pictures of that because they're just not good pictures, and they're getting bad feedback from it. So, really surprised that they haven't come out and put something else out for that. But I don't know.
That's a
Yeah,
good
so
point,
far
Trevor.
not good. It's not.
I should
not
couch
doesn't look good.
everything I've. Yeah, I should couch everything I've said in if it's a bad head sculpt because I don't want to sound like I've predetermined anything.
Well, you
Maybe it's
pre-ordered it though, right? You pre-ordered it.
I did pre-order it.
Yeah.
I did pre-order
Yeah.
it. But it's through Sideshow, so I could lose an NRD if I have to, or I
That's
can
a big one.
I can call them and see what they can do. But point being is, I don't think you should throw good money after bad. I think for something this expensive, I really don't want it. I should be okay to lose the NRD.
You know what you should
if I
do?
have to.
Wait for
What's
INART.
that?
Wait for INART.
That's what I'll do, and then I'll pay $1,200 for it.
Exactly.
But it will be better.
But it'll be good. It'll be good. Is this on wait lists already? Does anybody know? Is it
On Sideshow,
It
yeah.
is. Yeah, it is. Okay. Well, I mean, then you're rolling the dice though, so it can't. I don't think it could be.
But you
quite
guys
as
agree
bad
with
as it looks.
Yeah, but let's just say, for the sake of argument, if the head sculpt is a disappointment, do you agree with my overall assessment of it? Like, it's just not worth the money at that point?
Yeah, I mean, you're meant to display that. What do you do with that figure if the head sculpt isn't very good? You know what I mean? I mean, you live with it,
Right.
I guess, or you've thrown away at least $250 out of that set for
It's like-
for nothing.
Like a bad Doc Ock head sculpt, you've got tentacles, he's flying, right? With this, he's just this.
Dudes in shorts.
And so
all
he's
you
in
got.
shorts. So, like, if the head sculpt doesn't work, the whole thing falls apart. There's not much fun to be had with the figure in general.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
those are my thoughts on
Anybody
that.
else getting that?
I want to get it, but I missed the pre-order, and so I'm on the wait list. But it'll be available, I'm sure, from somewhere once it's released. So
Yeah,
I'll pick it up. But I've never. I swear I don't mean to have these takes. I don't mean to, but it always seems like I'm the opposite. Like, I've never thought the head sculpt was bad. I've always thought it was good. So I've never had a problem with it.
Well, I
Good,
thought
not
it was
great.
good. I think most of us did. Yeah.
Welcome back.
Oh, welcome back,
The
sir.
internet just decided
Welcome
to
to the show.
stop running. I presume I'm now demonetized, and there's going to be several complaints from whatever. I just tell me you didn't start talking about Pulp Fiction again. That's all.
Oh yeah, no, it's devolved even further than that, Shane. It's
Okay.
over
Yeah.
for you.
Sorry about that.
No, we stopped Eddie talking about all that stuff. So
Okay, Eddie. God.
Yeah, we kept Eddie under
Eddie
control.
was going to bring out a suit and everything, and we were just like, no.
It's weird.
I'm
I
gonna.
didn't know you're into leather that much, Eddie.
Actually, speaking of leather,
Yes.
something arrived for me in the post today. I need to finish this sentence quick. It's a cape. It's a custom cape.
Still
A
weird.
Jackson
That's still weird.
Jackson Jew 89 cape, and I don't think it's made of leather, but when I was looking at it, it has that texturing, that kind of like almost like patterned look on it. It looks incredible now. Haven't had a chance to, obviously don't have the figure yet, but it's just going to future-proof myself. Sorry, I'm interrupting you guys. Are you still talking about Batman or what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grant, look, you
Yeah.
chat away and I'll get those images up ASAP.
Eddie, so you were saying, I think, like, I liked the original reveal. I think a lot of people did, the sculpt. You know, I don't think you're like that. Your take is like that much of a hot take on that one.
I guess I didn't look at the updated pictures of it too much because I thought it looked the same to me. I didn't think it was egregious or like the J&D looked super old and like wrinkly. Like I don't know. I thought it looked good for what I remember from that movie in like my head, but it's always different when I actually go look at the movie or pictures from the scene or whatever. It always ends up being a stark difference, but if I'm just going off what I remember, it looks good to me. And then I think the updates, like, I think it looks amazing. A lot of people were comparing it to the OT Customs head, and like, yeah, fair enough, like his are amazing, but at the same time, like, for a licensed mass produced head sculpt, like, I think this is really good. So and then like all the crisp details in the suit and the different colors and stuff that they've done, the like darker blacks and different gray areas, like I think it looks really cool. And I didn't get the original armory that was the 2-pack with Alfred. Like,
Alfred.
I would love to have that, but if I'm gonna have one armory, like, I'm good with this. This is cool. So like, I think I'll end up enjoying the actual unmasked head sculpt with the whole Power Pose figure anyway, but I would have got it just for the armory at that price still. Like, I would have been cool with that because I don't have any Dark Knight representation. I only have the Begins figure, so yeah.
I think the sculpt is very good. I think the paint just looks kind of ghastly.
Are you talking,
like, it's
sorry, are you talking
Yes.
about this
Corpse.
sculpt?
He looks like a corpse.
yeah, it's the paint. It does look like it's like somebody painted a corpse, man. It's really weird. It's I don't know. There's something about these shots. They're very grainy too, or they've just like.
It's a bit ironic because we have one Batman who was a vampire before he played Batman, and now we have a Batman who's a vampire after.
Right.
But, yeah.
Right.
This looks like Jane. Remember the J&D 1/3 scale that people?
Yeah,
lost their
that's what
minds
Mike
over?
said
I never
earlier.
thought they were that
That's
great
nice.
because Christian Bale looked absolutely wrecked in that. Like, I get that. The Dark Knight Rises, he's gaunt, he's old, but like, he wasn't absolutely weathered. Like, he just looked wrecked in those 1/3 scale, and this actually reminds me a bit of it. And also,
It's really the coloring, but on these
See
faces,
this?
it doesn't look like
This?
that.
What
can
is
you see?
this?
Can you see the
Yes.
the mouth plate going up?
Absolutely.
Now,
I think that's the angle, though. Like, if you look at the side angle, though, I know what we're talking about because it's supposed to go straight, right? And they supposedly fix this.
yeah,
and-
it's definitely a lot more level. Like, it actually,
but not enough.
Yeah, you could probably be onto something there, because after I made the video, I looked at it again. I was thinking, is it possible that it's angled down and there's a shadow from the nose as well? There is a bit of a shadow, say, underneath the nose, tricking us into thinking that it's actually like V-shaped as opposed to relatively straight. And from the source material, it is supposed to be a little straighter. And now it could be just the angle. I think you could be onto something there, because I kind of looked at it after.
Yeah, the angle shot shows it a little bit better.
The funny thing is, someone sent me a photo of if you buy those, I think it's one of the versions of the J&D 1/3, that you can swap out like the cowled head sculpt or just the Christian Bale unmasked head sculpt, and you get a little bust that you can put this on, and it has that angular look as well. So I don't know, is there sculptors from J&D who work for Hot Toys? I don't
This
know.
looks similar to the J&D, especially even like the angular, the things they've done to the cowl, the extra details they put into it. It looks like the J&D sculpt to me. More
I
than
mean,
it
a lot of
does
these
the screen
sculptors are freelance too. They're not all on on the books or anything like that. So they could definitely be using somebody.
Can I
Across.
This feels like
run
a
through
step-
the positives as
Yeah.
I see them? Because obviously, look, comes to something like the Clone Wars or the sequels, I'm just not interested. But it comes to Dark Knight, it's like my default setting is I'm interested, and I'll rule out certain things. So having the DX19, I think that's fantastic. I'll start here. Yeah, look, when you compare them like this, the DX19 looks a bit egg-shaped. You know, something you might notice unless you look at it straight on like this, but it does look a bit egg-shaped here. Whereas the extra details and stuff, I do appreciate of the one on the left, but I can't unsee that, and maybe it's just the angle. So on the positives, then they've finally fixed the gauntlets. Now the gloves are going under the gauntlets, because even I'm looking up with the quarter scale, I don't think that it even has that on that. Because if you notice, like, it's a bit funny. They're trying to highlight something here, and they put ticker tape over it. Just move it a bit higher, lads. Come on, it's not your first day. But on the right with the DX19, it's like the glove and the kind of collar of the glove sticks on, and it's almost outside. Whereas on the left, they've got it right. It goes underneath the gauntlet. That's something that people were complaining about for a long time. So it's great that they did that. This little detail, to be honest, I probably wouldn't have noticed it. But they've enhanced the chest plate to make it look more screen accurate. I don't think the sculpt is good personally.
I think it's just paint. I really think it's just paint.
Yeah, I don't know. I like see the way on the left here. There's a bit more texture on the left. I do like that. This I would have never noticed in a million years, because it would be covered by a cape. Like, but I like that they're doing it. I like that they're doing it. And you could say that even though this is covered by a cape, they've gone and made it accurate. Whereas the INART, the Robert Pattinson Batman, which I am getting, and we don't want to go down that road again, has a piece of Velcro on it. But I'm like, I'm never going to see it. Do you know what I mean? But I like the way that they've done it. So there are positives, but I'm not on that sculpt. But sorry, you were going to say something, Trevor.
No, I really think this is just paint. I think the sculpt is actually really, really good. I'm just kind of looking side by side with a shot from the movie, and it's proportionally right. It might just be a little too furrowed in the brow. Maybe the forehead looks right. I don't know. It looks good. Proportionally, it looks good. It looks like he's dead. It's really. I hope it's just lighting. Maybe it's just lighting. It could just be badly lit, or I don't know.
What do you think, Ian?
It's very shallow too. Very shallow shot.
Yeah, I'm quite similar to Trevor. The fall off from the photos a little bit odd. We start to see it blurred on the ears. I don't think it's a good photo. I think he's just come back from Tibet a bit too long, the way his complexion is, and I think that's the paint apps. And I'm being a bit joking there. For me,
that's a good one.
So
sorry,
I'm glad somebody got it. Jesus.
No, I'm just laughing. I still don't get it. I'm taking the piss out of you.
Anyway,
sorry.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this. For me, I've collected this line, so I wasn't getting it unless it was something vastly improved. Scarecrow 2.0, I'm interested in if they would do that. I want that. I want a good Killian head sculpt on that one. I would pick that up. But other than that, I'm pretty much done on this line. So I'm really quite flat about this figure and this line at the moment, and I love it. But yeah, I agree. I think the paint apps on this head sculpt, no offence to anyone who's getting it and who loves it, is off.
We have two
I think you have to
polarizing comments here. Randall is saying, "Am I blind?" Someone's using internet dial-up. Well, actually, it was me about a half an hour ago. What's going on there?
Are we slowed down?
Someone's got feedback.
Someone's got feedback. It's out of control. Okay.
Whoever just
thank
muted.
you. So am I? Look at Eddie trying to throw someone under the bus. I'm trying to be subtle about it.
Oh, I wasn't trying. I
only
want to help him fix it. I'm used to CW. Okay, Zach. Zach is honest about this,
the Oxfodder is not called the Oxfodder for nothing. Randall's saying, "Am I blind? The sculpt looks good."
I'm with you, man. I think it's a very good sculpt. I think it's a very good sculpt. It's paint. Paint's letting it down a lot.
And then Stanley is saying the sculpt looks bad. It's funny how now it's like I love the Alec Guinness Obi-Wan, and then Trevor's just not a fan.
I'm telling you. One of these days I'm going to send you the side by side of the custom one I have, and this it's just like it's not as good as everybody thinks, but it's not bad. It's not bad.
I'll take this to my grave until they do a 2.0, and then I will sell mine with them. But
exactly.
Shout out to Alan, the 6 scale gallery. I was just looking at my DX19 today, and the Jackson cape is just amazing. He sent it to me, and I just got a Jackson cape in today for the 89, which that looks incredible as well. So if anyone's out there and they have a Batman, they're looking for a custom cape, you might want to check out Jackson.
So
does anyone else have anything to add? Sorry.
Here's a question. Scale Gallery brought this up, actually. The hands are accurate on the DX19 to the Dark Knight, where the glove strap sits on top of the gauntlet. This new one is more like the Dark Knight Rises, where the glove is tucked up under the gauntlet. I am blind to this stuff. Like, I just don't pay attention that much to these tiny details on Batman for some reason. I don't know. Other things I do, but kind of Batman blind. Is that the case, or what do we do?
Yeah, I think he's right. I always thought that, like, in both of them, the gauntlet was underneath. But, like, if Alan says it, I'll take that as that's the way it is. Because Alan, like, he's big into his custom cowls, custom mouthpieces, custom capes. I mean, I just said he literally gave me one, so he had a few lying around. He's a photographer by trade as well, so it's like he just has that eye. He had, like, I think custom neck piece and shoulder pads for his DX19 as well, and he kind of just has upgraded it, like. So guys, I like the idea of this set, even though the thing is a power pose. I like the idea of having CrossFit Bruce Wayne, the gym instructor look, and I know people were saying that, like, man, his arms are way too jacked. I'm like, yeah, I could get over that, because he was an absolute bear in Batman Begins, and yeah, he definitely leaned down for 2 and 3, but that wouldn't bother me. The sculpt, I know, look, we've differing opinions here, like, and that's why we chat. But it's I'm gonna say it. I have a DX19. I'm waiting for INART, not in a meme way. I've been waiting for INART to bloody just, like, literally, it's not even a joke. I know that sometimes that gets memed and stuff, but I really want to see what they're going to do with their Christian Bale. Maybe they do the Batman Bruce Wayne 2-pack. Yeah, I'll buy that civilian. I'm really interested to see what they're going to do and what they're going to offer different and what their dioram's going to be like. It's like, out of all the INART stuff, that's the one I really want them to announce. So yeah. So look, that's where my final thing on that. I would like to have an armory though.
That's what I'm struggling with here, because this is really like buying a statue for me. I'm not taking the figure out of the armory, and I can't move the power pose Bruce Wayne, right? So will this complete the look I'm going for in sort of a bat cave with the bat pod, and so I have to think about it personally. Or I could take it out and put the blue Bale in the armory.
Oh, well, this will be Mike's last appearance on the host.
I gotta pluck out the eyes and figure it out.
It's you've got module cases as well, so you can literally build that cave, like, that could be that's my plan. That's a good idea. Yeah. Anyone on the panel? So you've got this paid off. Anyone on the panel? I think, Eddie, are you picking this up as well? Did you say, or you're interested, or?
I'm interested. I don't have it on order though, because I missed the sideshow order and it's on waitlist. But I'll get it from whoever has the best deal once it's released. So, but I think I'm probably just gonna get it, because I don't know how long it'll take INART to do theirs. I don't even know if they actually will.
12 years.
I'm so skeptical with INART, even though, like, I'm a fanboy. Like, anytime they announce something, I usually love it. But, like, just with their track record with statues and stuff, like, one week they'll show something and say they're doing this, and then the next week's like, oh, we're not doing any of that anymore. So I'm always skeptical with them. But I would love for them to do it. But I'd rather just have this. I don't think it's bad enough to be like, well, I gotta wait for INART. Like, I think this is amazing, so I'm cool.
Yeah. Well, if you see where I'm coming from, it's kind of like, I bought 2 DX19s.
Yeah.
I wanted one next to the rooted Joker from INART. INART actually did a rooted Joker. Did anyone ever talk about it before?
Hey.
No, just kidding.
What?
So one of them is going to be posed next to that, and one of them's on the Batpod. But then when INART said they were going to do it, I was like, right, one of these is brand new in box, I can sell this on, fine, and wait for the INART one. Super. I know I'm going to be waiting a long time. I get that. But then again, they could just announce it and be like, all right, that isn't what I thought it was going to be, so therefore I could get the armory, but I don't think it's an atrocity. Do you know what it is, Eddie? It's this. They've done a non-DX version of this suit, and this is my favorite suit. They've done a DX02, which was brutal. That was the only figure I've ever actually got from Hot Toys. When I unboxed it, going, this is bad, and it was literally my favorite Batman, from my favorite movie and favorite everything. Then they did the DX12 and the Armory version, then the DX19. How many swings at this do you need? Do you know what I mean? While I appreciate the gauntlets and I appreciate the fact that they're, you know, making tweaks to the body and the chest and the back, if you can't even see it in the cape and the cowl, I get on that, and that's great, and it's great. But if they just nail that head sculpt, that, you know, really bring it home and the mouth play, so there's no question, I'd be a lot more excited.
Yeah, you guys have history with the character and Hot Toys. Like, I think I barely started collecting after the 12 was released, and I skipped the 19. I don't know why I skipped the 19. Because people, I think, didn't care for it that much, or I don't know. I didn't get the 19, and so
the 19 is
once
solid.
This was announced,
it's just not perfect.
Yeah, once
and
this
I know
was announced,
nothing's
I was
perfect.
like, cool, this will be my Dark Knight. Because I wanted the Begins more than the Dark Knight anyway, but that sucked. But I took a gamble, and then, like, I'm gonna get all the custom stuff to make it amazing. But yeah, so I'm cool with this one. So for me, it's still like a fresh, like,
I get you,
love and need the figure, and so yeah, I feel that way with other stuff like Maul, and like getting annoyed how many Mauls they do, and Joker, obviously. Like, I get that with everything else.
I get you, folks. Just a bit of housekeeping. So thank you if you're one of the 3,321 subscribers. Much appreciated if you're watching and you're enjoying the show and you're not subscribed. Would be greatly appreciated if you could hit that like and subscribe button. So what do we got? So just a shout out to the members. Currently on 34 members. Massively appreciated. You don't have to do that, but it is greatly appreciated. And of course, as usual, there's a link to join memberships pinned to the live chat. So members, we got Danny Spotchka, Loki Collector, JB, Blurred Dad Life, Malek Mabane, Christian, Detour Collections, Figurecraft, and it's delighted you're actually in the chat as well, which is great. Howard Potts, Kenneth Jacobson, H and Silver Fox, Jose G Hernandez, Brian Wong, The Ben Thomas Show, Eddie Money Mendez, we got Caffeinated Comic Fan, Jim Collector, Lance Nuts Nerd Corner, Mugwump, Thrawn's Office, Ryan Smith, and then we have got the commanders who have their their YouTube username or handle displayed on the credits at the end of all the streams and all the videos like this. New videos. Thoughts on INART Ron Weasley. We're going to share our thoughts with that momentarily. Christian fail. Anyone? No one? No one? Tumbleweed. I thought it was some of my finer episode.
No, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
Nice. I got hate though. I got hate. Some guy commented, and all he said was, "Bro, out here hating just for sake of hate."
Now you have to be careful because there is some guy out there.
Oh no, not some guy. Not some guy. As in, some person commented, "Bro, out there hating."
I saw
for
that.
the sake of hating, and
That's
I'm like,
me. That was me.
Oh,
I'm like,
some guy Mendez.
I'm like, it's constructive criticism. I said a lot of positive stuff about it. It's almost like he saw the thumbnail and went, "Oh well."
But the thumbnail did its job. It got him to comment.
Engagement. Joke
So
time.
in reality, that guy's a fucking moron.
But what's funny as well is just like, my initial comment, I comment something back, which is basically, no, I'm just providing constructive criticism, something along that, very like tame. But what I was more annoyed about is like, I'm not your bro. Like, we are not bros. We are not friends. Don't pretend like we are. That was just a bit like,
you gotta get the clip. You know, on Ocean's 11, when the two brothers are arguing in the casino, it's like one of the funniest things that me and my brother say back and forth. And the guy's like, "Who you calling bud, pal?" He's like, "Who you calling pal, friend?" He's like, "Who you calling friend, jackass?"
That's exactly it.
That's exactly
it. It's funny because the site I use to kind of buy and sell stuff in Ireland, like, you know, figures and whatever, like adverts. Like, every now and then you'll get someone try to lowball you and go, bro, this figure came out like years ago. And I'm like, bro, the price is the price. Like, don't bro me. It's just like, price just doubled. Get out of my face. But yeah, that's our little side rant there. Anyway, so there was positive and constructive criticism in this. So this is actually, I don't know if anyone knows this. I thought this fact was really cool. When he had his lightsaber, he chose the purple color, and apparently, BMF for like bad motherfucker was actually engraved in it.
Yeah.
I feel like that story is true. Did I just make that up?
It's
Did
the
I just
story
make that
we've
up?
I've heard that.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay. Apparently it's true. Yeah, and then thoughts on that. So, right, we're going back here again. Trevor, what you want to talk about?
Let's talk about new stuff because I got some cool new stuff, man. So
Cool. Takes away. What you got?
All right, so I did get my Obi-Wan Vader in finally.
Nice.
Have not
Good
had a
stuff.
chance to crack it open, but the second half of the custom.
It's all right. It's cracked open on the inside anyway.
Yeah, it's true. Pre-cracked. The second half of the custom Spaceballs set that I
this
ordered
Doggy Dog?
came in. Yeah, if you want to zoom in on that.
1 second. So this is Doggy Dog Designs.
Oh, that is hilarious. That's
Doggy
great.
Doc Designs, and it actually is a guy. It's because it's Mel Brooks on his knees, basically. So it is just a guy on his knees.
That is hilarious.
So that's
you,
yogurt.
That's
That is
so like.
so good.
I'm guessing you're on beans and toast for a while, man. That stuff ain't cheap.
I've been selling some stuff. He's got the yogurt. He comes with merchandise. So he's got
Merchandise.
he's got the
that's
Spaceballs
awesome.
lunchbox.
Does he have a
He's got
flamethrower?
he's got a Spaceballs cereal, and he has the Spaceballs flamethrower.
Does have the
knife.
That
flamethrower.
is hilarious. I need to go back and watch that movie again.
Oh,
It's
that's
been way too long.
And you're
Along with
forced to go a
that,
third party with that. You're
Along
forced
with
to
that
because that was
set?
the deal. Oh, it's so good.
That is hilarious.
it's incredible. The visor flips down, but I have to like hook it to a different. There we go. It's holding. There you go.
That is brilliant. That is so funny.
Incredible.
Oh my
He
God.
comes with all his little action figures. So Princess Vespa there,
That's
and
awesome. Does he
and
come with a
Barf.
Schwartz?
he's not only has a Schwartz, it's a LED powered Schwartz or a light up Schwartz
Great.
anyway.
Oh, I have to see if it's as big as mine.
And he's got the tangled one where they tangle up when they're fighting.
yeah,
where
yeah, yeah.
Your Schwartz
Now
is, I
let's
see your
see how
Schwartz
you-
is as big as mine.
Let's see how you handle it.
That's right.
I need to go back and
So-
watch that movie again, man.
It's an incredible set, man. Like it's just the amount of detail he puts into these things is amazing.
Does he
and
do
it-
payment plans, or how does that work? Is it like
Yeah, it's broken up like into 2 or 3 pieces, so it's not too bad, and it takes about a year between ordering it.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it's faster than Hot Toys, but
yeah?
and
He
I
did
guess
a McGreedy
INART,
as
too,
well,
if you
didn't he?
He did. Did he? Yeah, I guess he did. He did that. He did A Christmas Story, which was fantastic. I didn't get that one. I have his ET, which if you see this, one of these days I'll pull it down. The bike, it works. It's unbelievable. The chain, it's
The
incredible.
chain,
Like,
that is incredible.
the detail is insane. Yeah, so he's amazing. Yeah, not cheap, but incredible pieces that are like, not one of a kind, but maybe a dozen of a kind or something like that. So incredible. Yeah, that's what I got.
Those are
Good
great
stuff. That's a kind of that's got a special week there.
Yeah.
So anyone else get something exciting in?
I'm tracking something right now that I hope arrives during the show because I wanted to show you this before Shane. So hopefully it gets here. We'll see. Be a little surprise.
All right,
Yeah.
fingers
that'd be fun.
crossed.
I
What
finally
about yourself,
got
Eddie?
my finally got my INART Gandalf.
That's a big that's a big week. So
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I got it probably a week ago, but I haven't opened it yet. I wanted to watch Lord of the Rings again, and then I ended up watching The Hobbit, and I just haven't gotten to it, but I'm excited to open it, man. This is the longest anticipated figure I've been waiting on for a while. So, but yeah, it's in the box and it's finally here. So I'm happy.
You're gonna love
that's-
it. It's gonna
that's amazing. Yeah.
worth the wait, probably, although long wait.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I think I got the last batch, the very very last batch, but I didn't order it until late. So, and then I ordered it from like a company that I used to order statues from, Cosmic Chase. If you guys know them, but he's a really cool guy that runs the site. He's always like super communicative. Is that the word? He's always updates and everything, but it just took a while for him to get his batches. But yeah, I'm happy that I finally got.
Good stuff. And anyone else get anything in this week?
Well, I got
No.
the Vader since we last spoke, the Kenobi Vader, and it's great.
Good stuff.
Really,
so that's yourself
really
and
love it.
Trevor.
Mhm.
Got the Kenobi Vader. Excellent. Yeah, I got these in, so I might go full screen there for a second. So obviously with the re-release of MMS 736, the Stormtrooper with light up Death Star diorama. Of course, Hot Toys being Hot Toys, they decided not to upgrade it at all or have USB. So I've got these instead because it's powered by 3 AAA batteries. The yellow is the live, and then the other ones are just like the yellow ones are live ones connected to wire, connected to USB because it's USB powered, and the other 2 green ones just allow the current to flow through it. But yeah, so I put up a short. I used the Mark III construction version to demo these because it's also battery powered 3 AAA batteries. So I got 2 of these. Might have to get another one for Mark III actually. But yeah, so the Stormtroopers are shipping, so I'm going to have those powered up, connected into my USB hub. So again, everything with the click of one button. That's what I want. Just on the smartphone, just the app, just to be able to click one thing, and the Luke lights come on, the fusion reactors come on, the CCFLs, the bases. That's kind of always what I kind of envision to start collecting. And yeah, they're handy. So if anyone needs that link, it's about $10-15.
Oh, that's not bad.
It estimated 3-week shipping. It was here in about 3 or 4 working days, which is, you'll take that. So yeah, and just convert just a little hack there, converting your, I suppose, battery powered diorama bases to nothing new really. Ian, you probably need about 40 of those, I'd say.
Yeah, I've not went down that route, Shane. Yeah.
Do you know that Christmas movie with Danny DeVito? That could be you. Do you know that one? What's it called?
That's coming.
Yeah.
There's
that
a reason I've not dived in just now, because I've not got things
Electricity bill.
the way I want. And there's that,
Mhm.
yes. Because we don't have a whole lot of sunshine in Scotland. We don't have... Solar panels don't work that well here, so...
It's something you read about in books, man. The sun.
I've just got to train Lucy up to go on a bike and cycle away and generate some electricity,
Yeah.
you know.
There you go. And and then they got the Jackson Chew custom cape for the 89, which I know the cape they've updated. I'm just skeptical. Worst case scenario, it's a great cape, and I can sell the Jackson Chew one. But even if it's a little bit better, I prefer to put the Jackson Chew up because look, it's the figure from the movie that got me into movies. So yeah, that's new this week. Anyone else get anything new this week, or we move on?
Oh, Hot Toy Collector UK, if you can show that. I am sorry, I have been so busy. Those 6 figures are still sitting there from...
He's building a kitchen. The man is literally building a kitchen.
Yeah. I'm building the Sistine Chapel. That's what it feels like just now. Hence,
He's going to do a collection tour after.
You want to know what? I should have a YouTube channel, and I would show somebody to do the full start to finish kitchen utility remodeling, plumbing, electricity, joinery, do it yourself, toolman tailor.
In fairness, like, I'm useless with that kind of stuff, but there are certain jobs around the house that I would be embarrassed to ask someone to do, like hanging shelves, curtain rails, mirrors, that kind of stuff. So all those little DIY channels are so helpful. Do you know what I mean? Just those little things, just even like how to hang a curtain rail or whatever. But then the thought of actually wiring a kitchen, no, that's just no. Yeah,
there's not a lot of direct DIY for that.
Yeah, that's like how to completely remodel a kitchen. Yeah, so can we move on to something else, Louis?
Yeah, sure.
Ian, what do you want to talk about?
Oh, let's go for a snap. I feel quite evil. Come on, let's go.
What did you pick? Sorry, Snap, is it?
Snap.
Because
Feeling
he's
evil. Snap.
quite
Feeling
evil.
Come on.
Okay, so this one's Trevor. I know what Trevor's going to pick. All right, so if you're just joining us, I'm going to show you 3 different images. On the images, there's going to be 2 different things, and you have to choose which one gets turned to dust. Trevor, which one are you turning to dust?
Oh, well, yeah, I guess I would go to old Ben Kenobi. Yeah, old Ben's gone.
You would literally snap old Ben Kenobi.
Well, what does this mean? What are the
trilogy.
connotations that I wouldn't have this figure at all? I don't really
Yeah.
need this figure. I have a custom sculpt. I could build the rest of it.
Okay.
Ah.
Okay. No, that's fair. Okay, Grant,
But I wouldn't have the other younger Obi-Wan. So like if
my
if it
plan
came
did
between
not
the two,
work
I'd be
out
okay.
at all. I thought you were going to go, oh, come on, I'm an original trilogy guy. I got to get rid of the episode 3 version. I'm going to go, so you're saying it's good? But no, that's
Well,
late.
I mean, maybe I'm thinking too deeply. Like if I get rid of it, maybe they'll make another one with a better sculpt. So
They just released
As
one that's
soon
better
as you
than
do.
both. So.
Yeah, as soon as you do, that will happen. But Mike, which one are you getting rid of?
I'd get rid of the. I guess I'll get rid of the Ewan sculpt. I'll snap him out. I'll snap. Yeah.
Ian?
Yeah, snapping the fellow Scotsman. See ya, Ewan. Bye.
Jose?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Let me see. Just figure-wise, right?
Yep.
I think I'm gonna go with Alec Guinness because I never loved the head sculpt for the Revenge of the Sith version.
Your team,
And then
Trevor.
if you look at it too, it kind of looks like from certain angles, it kind of looks like he's sticking his tongue out, which is kind of weird. But yeah, so I probably would go Alec Guinness.
Okay. And
I don't know if y'all mind if I speak real quick.
who do we got? 1 second.
I just want to say what's up, everybody.
What's up? What's going on?
Oh, what's up? A Boston Celtics fan.
Nah, fuck that.
He's still giving out in the background there.
Sorry.
What's up, man? Who do we got then? Phil, did you already go?
No, it's actually, I prefer the Alec Guinness, but I've only just realised I don't actually have any episode 1 figures, bizarrely. I prefer OT,
Pardon?
but can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't actually have any New Hope figures, thinking about it, and I've only just realised. So if I had the Alec Guinness, he'd look a bit odd.
Mm-hmm.
And I've ordered that Obi-Wan, the Ewan. So on this occasion, I think I'd have to snap Alec Guinness
Oh man,
and keep
there's
the
a lot of
Obi-Wan.
hate. Trevor's.
it's not really Alec Guinness though, so because it doesn't look like Alec Guinness.
God, man, what are you doing? Eddie.
I'd love to have an episode 1 Obi-Wan, but I don't have one. So, and I'm a prequel guy, so I'm gonna go with I would snap Alec Guinness.
Okay. I'm gonna snap at the episode 3 Hugh McGregor version because I just prequels. Where's that? Okay. I did
Wow,
this in a
you-
rush. I'm just gonna be honest.
Easy,
It's
yeah. You didn't.
I'm gonna pick 2 non kind of two troopers we really haven't seen in live action. I think that's fair to say. I know we've seen them in computer games or whatever, but yeah, I'd snap the Umbra because I think the Imperial Commando is really cool looking. What about yourself, Ian?
Can you snap both? I'm being serious because I wouldn't collect these 2. But if you ask me what looks cool or what I could put in my collection, I'd be snapping Umbra. No offense to anybody, but That does not look like Star Wars any way, shape, or form to me. Sorry. I've said it from the start. Don't like it.
Ooh, so definitely doesn't leave any room for interpretation there. He's putting the foot down. Okay. Yeah, appreciate your honesty. Mike?
Yeah, I'm with him on that one. I have more of a connection to the Commando. I've got him on order. I like him. The Umbra, I know he's in the game in Battlefront, but I just like the Commando's appearance is better in the animation. So and the light up feature, come on, that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna snap the Umbra.
Trevor?
Yep, same. I managed to get a Commando, so if I snapped that, I wouldn't have either one. So
yeah, I'm the same, man. I think the Imperial Commander does look cool. It's just so much stuff coming. You need to pick a things you really love, but Phil?
Yeah, in my opinion, the Umbra is too toyetic. It's like a 1/6 Black Series to me personally. So yeah, I'd snap the Umbra and keep the Commando.
Okay. Jose? Okay, let's skip on to Eddie. Eddie?
I like them both. I love clones in general. I didn't get the Umbra though, but I couldn't miss the Commando, so I'm snapping the Umbra.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
I think it's unique looking, man. I really like that.
It's a CW trooper, dude.
The visor and the gun. It's cool, man. Okay, so then finally, I thought this one might be a bit difficult. So, what would you snap? The never owned the Batpod or never owned the Return of the Jedi Scout Trooper bike? I'll start with you, Eddie.
No, this is kind of easy, kind of hard. Like the scene, I would pick the trooper. Like I love that scene in Return of the Jedi, right? Or is it?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Okay. But I actually own the Batpod, and I don't own 1/6 vehicles. So if I'm doing figures, I guess I'd snap the trooper and the speeder bike. So, yeah.
Okay. Jose?
I don't have one of the speeders. I do have the Batpod, so like Eddie. So I think I would probably go with the Batpod I'll keep the Batpod, so I'll snap the speeder bike. Only because I really like the Batpod. I love the scene in The Dark Knight. Obviously, when it transforms from the Chumbler to the Batpod is one of the greatest scenes, I think, especially when you're watching it in IMAX and all that. So for that reason, I do love the speeders. I do love when they're going at it and with Luke and Leia and so on and so forth. But I got to go with the Batpod.
Okay, Phil.
Speeder leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Thank you, TW. So the Speeder can fuck off, and I'll take the Batpod.
Wow. All right, stick it to
projection.
Trevor.
I would be snapping the Batpod, as cool as it is. The Scout Troopers. The Batpod I did, yeah. But the Scout Trooper's the coolest looking trooper ever, and the speeder bike, that scene is just iconic and incredible, and it's a great design. More Ralph McQuarrie goodness. So yeah, I got to keep that for sure.
Yeah. Then Mike.
Yeah, no doubt that's an iconic bike, the speeder bike, and I'm sure it was very, very thrilling when people first saw it. But I was really blown away when I saw the Batpod. And what's really cool about the Batpod is it's really an escape pod more than a motorcycle. And I just thought that was a really cool, another like Nolan functional universe thing,
Yeah.
So
I always thought it was the back wheels as well, but it's actually the front two wheels.
Yeah, it's the front. Yep.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was cool. And plus, like you see at other points in the movie where Batman like leans forward, and you realize like, oh, and then he slides this way and then comes out. I just love all the thought behind that. And yeah, so I've always really liked this vehicle. So I'm gonna snap the. Not that I don't love the speeder bike, I do, but I'm gonna snap that one.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm gonna snap the speeder bike as well. I really like the Batpod. I like them both. But like, just if it comes down to owning one of them, because it's nothing to do with the scenes, whatever, I'd be like, yeah, I know the scenes make you love it, but yeah, it's fair to own the Batpod, which I do. Ian.
Yes, so snapping Batpod, easy for me. The way I look at it, it doesn't. If this was in my collection, would it make or break it? No. My Dark Knights scene would not be enhanced by this. I actually don't have this, and there's a reason I don't have it. And I'll go against the grain. Sorry, Shane, I'm not a fan. Functionally, it didn't work for me in the film.
Alright, so we're just going to move on to something more important, right? So I reckon that's a 5-minute sim bin. I don't know why you're laughing. I'm dead serious. No, yeah. Sorry, Ian. Sorry, it was just too easy. It was just too easy, man.
I know. Hey, put it out there. I like that. So, plus, I prefer that movie to Return of the Jedi, but that scene, as Trevor says, when I was a kid, that was iconic. Yeah. It's functional. You believe in that vehicle. I did not for 1 second believe in the Batpod because it wouldn't work. Guys, it wouldn't work.
There's that bit when the front wheel goes like this.
It wouldn't work.
Kind of like, how's that working? Yeah.
You know the speeder bike doesn't actually levitate.
Eddie,
Blow it up.
Shut up.
I think I can settle this.
Hold on.
The most unbelievable part of the Dark Knight trilogy is the fact that this guy is a handsome billionaire playboy and he's not out dating supermodels. He decides to dress up as a bat and swing from rooftops.
Well, yeah.
That's a fair point.
That's suspension of disbelief.
But you know what's interesting?
You're not going to mention, Shane, you're not going to mention the whole magic knee brace and how...
I've just had enough of him.
Eddie,
I just can't have this argument again. He's Bruce Wayne. He gets back in.
Shane, I'm going to have to call out Eddie here. We're talking about the speeder bike. We're not talking about Harry Potter. There's no levitation here. There's no wands. So stop. We're talking about 4-diagonal rotation and these huge tires. It does not work. So please, it's like it'll go like that. End of story. Thank you.
I do think that scene's really cool when Catwoman is riding the Batpod and then she's gonna do like a sharp turn and then the tires spin that way. I think it's really cool. Of course,
because Catwoman's on it with her shapely body.
Yeah.
You know,
there was no way Ian wasn't going to say that.
Bruce does
it's got nothing to do with the bike. We're talking about the bike.
I think the original scene had Batman, but they put her on it to distract her a bit more. I mean, people won't be worrying about how the wheels work, you know.
Exactly.
But you know, if you, sorry, go on.
Sorry, all joking aside, I'm in my future collection. So semi-building scenes of Tatooine, Death Star, Hoth, Endor. I want scenes. This is my collection in the future. I want figures, I want certain things to complement it. And the speeder bike is essential to it. My Batman stuff isn't the Batpod. It does not make or break. That's my whole reason behind snapping that.
What's the linchpin to your Batman collection?
The tumbler, no?
I'm 66, and not that I'm that old. I'm reruns, right? So, 66 and 89, they're my things. So for me, definitely 89. I want everything 89. If that's answering the question, I want that whole thing. And I don't know. I'm absolutely devastated that Shane has not got Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman up here. In fact, I'm going to go and just click off my webcam just right now.
We're kicking ourselves out now.
I thought Shane didn't talk third party.
Yeah. You see, like, snobbery, man.
Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman is the exception. So
yeah.
Come
Yeah,
on.
well, look, in fairness, Mars Toys, like Hot Toys started off as the third party. Mars Toys have been doing some really interesting stuff. So see if they nail that prototype in the final product. But right, I didn't think the Batpod thing was going to generate that much chat, but I'm glad it did.
Sorry.
Eddie, what do you want to talk about?
You're not gonna let Phil pick? Or did
Sorry, Phil.
pick?
I didn't realize.
Wow.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Phil.
Didn't even notice he
Apologize.
was there anymore.
I'm sorry. What? Oh, no, I thought Phil did. Oh, sorry.
Maybe he
wanted to
did,
pick.
I don't know.
Grand, yeah,
I
sorry,
thought I
sorry,
missed
sorry, Phil.
Leaving baby in the corner, and you.
Yeah, no one puts Philly in the corner.
No way. Nope.
Puts the lotion in the basket, though.
Let's
Sorry.
Bring out the gimp.
let's talk Mace.
Oh wait, Optical's here.
Oh, optical 2.0.
Optical 2.0.
So,
Guys,
just to be clear, this is Philly. This is not Optical.
Dude, for a split second, his camera angle and like I can't really see him on the screen. I was like, holy shit, it is
cut off.
It is optical.
For a
I thought
second,
so
I was
too.
like, oh,
And I sent you the link too, and I thought it was optical.
He even fooled you, man.
Oh, you sent the link to optical?
Yeah, Optical come
No,
in.
to
That'd be
Philly.
hilarious. Someone should actually send the link to Optical, and that'd be, if he comes in, then that'd be just too much. So, thanks very much for joining us. I appreciate it, Philly. So, what do you actually? We'll let Phil pick before I get completely abused, and then the next one you can pick. Is that all right? Cool. All right. So, Phil, what do you want to talk
He
about?
did put you in the corner.
He did. Mace, please.
Okay. So, Mace. Alright.
Mace face.
Mace face, yeah. All right, so I think this guy was about $265, if I'm right. I think I'm right on that. Where is Mace? There we go. I think it's about $265. Attack the Clones, Mace Windu. What do you think, Phil?
This should have been a banger from the gates, shouldn't it? Really. I mean, if you stripped him back of the robes and everything else, I don't know. You just put a suit on him or something. Would you know that's Samuel L. Jackson?
I don't think so.
I just can't see it.
It's at 284 on Sideshow.
Thank you. 284.
Waylisted now too.
So you bring up a great point about would you know it. Now, my brother is not a Star Wars fan, not a movies fan, doesn't really know much about pop culture. I isolated just ahead because Shane, you were talking about this, like that's the real test. He guessed Sam Jackson, and I was shocked. Yeah. So
To be fair, there are angles where, like this,
yeah.
looking at that photograph there, it does kind of look like Samuel L. Jackson, but
Mike said, he commented on my video, he said, when I close, if I squint my eyes just a little bit, and then close them completely, and then imagine what Sam Jackson looked like as Mace Windu, it looks like him. Yeah, I don't see it, man. I really don't. I think like remember we had the idea before as if you just take just the head sculpt for your Robert Downey Jr., your Chris Evans, your Anne Hathaway, Samuel Jackson, just the head sculpt, and you showed it to a random person on the street. Who's that? That's a video I'd love to make. Who's that? Because then there's no like armor or lightsaber or key accessory to pin it to where you're like, oh, purple lightsaber, Jedi. Oh, it has to be Mace Windu. But I think that's the definition of like it's an indication if it's a good head sculpt. Someone's about to say something there.
Someone called him Seal. I thought it was Seal. You know that the artist.
Oh,
yeah,
Phil,
yeah.
That's
He's
funny.
kissed by a rose.
No, I want it.
He'd need the scars then, wouldn't he?
Yeah,
Doesn't
he'd
Seal
have
have
the
like
scars.
really bad scars on his face?
Yeah.
Yeah. So who wants? Just lads, just chime in. Whoever wants to.
I'll go real quick because I'm like the opposite of everybody again. I like it. I've liked it since the beginning. I think in the first look video and in MRC's review, it looks a lot better, and arguably from angles, it looks better. But I think it's well done. It doesn't really upset me the way it upsets everybody else. So
To Eddie's
Yeah.
point,
But
I like it too. But if they would have done movable eyes, they would have been a little bigger, and that would have nailed the head sculpt.
Yeah,
But
I
Eddie,
think that would improve it.
Eddie, do you think people are using the animated series as an excuse, though?
Yeah, maybe it does.
Yeah,
they
that's an
could be.
excuse.
Yeah.
Anytime someone says that, it's an excuse.
Yeah.
Because I get making an animated figure real life, because I've got all the Bad Batch and what have you, and then and Cody and Rex, but I just don't get making what I assume is Attack of the Clones. I don't get making that like a crossover. Maybe I'm wrong, but
Yeah, no, it gives me the vibe, the Ben Affleck we didn't get his permission vibe. You know, so we're using someone
Mace is
close.
Matt, you guys think it's that bad? That bad?
I think
I do. I'm
stunt
getting
double.
It, but- yeah,
Stunt double bad.
Yeah.
this almost
Well, what
has
would you give it out of 10? What would you give it out of 10? Being honest.
Fake Windu. Oh.
Fake
Me
Windu.
or
Anyone? Yeah, you're talking. You go.
a 7?
7. Okay.
It's
think
like
a
a
7's
C.
probably
It's like
fair.
it's like passing. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
What would
looks
you
like
feel?
they mirrored the face, like, and that's like something you don't want to do. It looks too symmetrical. His eyes aren't that symmetrical. Again, that plellum or whatever underneath his lip is not that pronounced. They had a great sculpt. Phellum, yeah, phellum or plell, yeah, yep.
I think that these photos are not great either, though. Eddie made a great point about MRC's review and the unboxing. I think it looks better there, myself personally. So, and then everything looks better in hand. MRC, if you watch the video, he kept on talking about how if you once you get it in hand, you'll see it. So, I mean, I don't know.
There's a lot of photos not to look something to look good, and I don't. It's not many of them.
Well, I'm like I said, I'm not saying it's amazing. I'm not saying it's perfect. I'm not saying 10 out of 10. I'm saying
Well,
it's decent.
I don't understand because they had
They've done
Nick
him
Fury.
better.
They had Nick Fury. Like it was a great sculpt. Like you were a hop, skip, and a jump away from this. You know, young.
Yeah, but
make them a little younger.
That's a great
and-
point.
Hot Toys is better at making older figures. They're better
there's
at
not
old
much
head
you had to do to
sculpts.
make him look
He
that
had
much
facial
younger.
hair.
You know what I mean?
Well, to be fair, Samuel L. Jackson looks a lot different young versus old. Like his face changes a lot. He gets fuller. His head is thinner when he's younger. His chin looks different, and he has facial hair when he's older. And Nick Fury has a goatee.
I
At the end of
agree
the
with
day-
Trevor. I think they did a digital sculpt and they just mirrored it, and it looks off. It looks totally off, and not everyone's symmetrical.
Yeah, because I've
Especially
seen that
Sam
done
Jackson.
with Jules. Like people have done custom sculpts of Jules from Pulp Fiction. Wow, to bring it all back to Pulp Fiction. They've mirrored it, and it's not him. Like you just can't do that with his face. He's got too many little different dips in the eyes and things like that.
You
It's
guys
just
can
too-
actually. There's an app that you can actually take a picture of yourself and try it, and it'll do a symmetrical.
Oh yeah, you look bizarre.
You look
Really
different.
weird.
You look totally
Yep.
different. This is fine example of that. So
You look different, even flipped, like in your mind. You know.
Man, that is crazy. So, like, out of the panel of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, is anyone who's getting this? Like,
It's a great sculpt.
I'm getting it.
we waited
there's
too long for
1,
this.
2.
Alex.
That's pretty much everyone apart from
Yeah.
myself and Ian. Ian, you're not no.
Shane, sorry,
not-
could you show
I'm not getting
it.
Trevor just had the
Maybe.
Nick Fury up there?
Okay,
Oh, Ian's a maybe.
that means
He
yes.
just checked,
there's a
fact checked
reason.
Ian. He's on
Hey,
the
that
panel.
looks good. That looks good.
Yeah,
That's
but they
Sam
got to
Jackson,
cover
man.
one.
Look at that. Look at the side profile. Like I mean,
Yeah.
you know, you don't have to show the other eye, so like you get away with that. But like, you know,
Take off
Someone
the eye
put it-
patch.
yeah.
Take off the eye patch. And let's see
Yeah,
if
show
it
us that.
looks as
Yeah.
good.
No,
Let me see that other eye.
I'd rather trade skin texture and all of that for correct facial proportion.
Accuracy.
You know? Yeah.
take a look at it without the eye patch. It looks great.
You
Oh,
can
I
take
didn't
off
know
the
it
eye
was in
patch.
there. Yeah, I didn't know you could do that.
I thought it was
Damn.
sculpted in there.
Challenge accepted.
Does he have a scar on him or something at least?
He looks
Yeah, there's
good.
a scar.
I
You can see
can't
the
lie.
scar there a little bit.
That
Yeah, he looks
a
good.
little dark.
Yeah, it does look good.
That's
Trevor.
Sam
the-
Jackson.
100%.
Man. You were right there. You were right there. You know.
Is the eye like
It's crazy you got
all messed
darker.
up and stuff?
That's insane.
No, it's pretty straightforward. You just got a scar. So.
Thank you. Jose.
Oh, okay. I see. Mark Attack actually, I think Mark Attack's really cheeky, but you know what? He's kind of right. He's like, we're all bitching
We're
about
all-
but still getting it.
Yeah.
I'm not getting it.
In every comment I've made that's been critical, I say, but I'm still getting it, so I'm part of the problem. So, I mean, you vote with your wallet, right?
We waited for this figure a long time, and we don't want to make that risk that they're not going to do it, even though we very well know they're going to give us episode 3 or another version of it. He may even come back for a TV show too, and we'll get an older version for that too.
Oh my God, they're going to bring him back.
Bring him back.
Nobody
of all
dies.
deaths in Star Wars, this is like
Nobody
the
dies.
least, this is the easiest death to come back from. He just fell out a window.
Yeah, meanwhile, Liam's here going, seriously?
Right,
Seriously?
right.
Like, Maul should be dead. He got cut in half. He had no business being in the Clone Wars. While I appreciate his episodes were really, really, really good, he was cut in half. Like,
Yeah, but he was too
anyway,
cool
I suppose
to
this
let
comes
die.
back to... Yeah, this comes back to the whole... If you use logic and you don't suspend reality somewhat, you'd never enjoy anything. Like, do you know what I mean?
Like how Bruce got back
Pod.
into Gotham.
Yeah.
Honestly, he's Bruce Wayne, man. Like, if he can get into Hong Kong and get Lao and smuggle all his gear in and out, he can get into Gotham. Do you know what I
He
mean?
wasn't a
Get into-
criminal. He wasn't. He wasn't getting into Gotham that was under martial law and all that. That's completely different.
They don't make movies about average people with no skills, Jose. They don't make those movies.
Well.
Like, James Bond is exceptional. That's why they make a movie about him. They don't make a movie about, like, Jim the accountant. It just doesn't happen. Right? He's exceptional. That's why he got back into Gotham.
Correct.
Oh, we're never going to see
Have you
that.
seen Falling Down?
Right. They make
I would
those
say,
movies, they just don't
but
call
that
them
guy,
Batman.
he's exceptional too, just in a really bad way.
Right, exactly.
Stanley's saying Eddie's rubbing up on me.
That is not what he said at all. You made it super weird. Pause.
Oh, yeah, rubbing off, not on.
No, I'm not doing that either.
Philly, what do you want to talk about before I get cancelled?
Anyways, pause.
Is Philly still here?
No, he left.
No, I'm in. I was in mute. So let's go with Sidious, of course.
Okay. All right. So Sidious. Do I have Sidious here? I do. I think this was an announcement that I've seen a lot of people hyped on.
Do
The
it.
internet is actually no. Here we
That's
go.
pretty
We're
good.
We're good. Okay. What do you think, Philly? Is this something that you are keen on?
Yeah, long awaited. He is the epitome of the dark side of Star Wars lore. So aside from Darth Vader, so them two. Yeah. He's the
What do you think of the
mastermind. Yeah. Now, I'm happy with this, but I really wish we would have gone the hence Darth Vader head sculpt. That whole kind of like, that kind of sort of like smug face he does when he tells him that he's in the dark side instead of a smiling face, because we've been getting nothing but smiling faces. But I'm not mad at it. It looks great. It looks beautiful. It looks creepy. Kind of gives me the sort of a Joker vibe. But definitely need to go with an alternative head sculpt before we get another one.
And they've attached the electricity effects directly to the fingertips as well. So
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
But they're underlighting him here, right? There's no
Yeah.
light effect.
Yeah, that's
there's
the
no-
next evolution, right? Is
Yes,
actually
right.
getting these things to light up.
yeah, the Iron Man repulsors can be lit up. I know that they're die cast, and because it's armor, there's probably it's easier to fit the I don't know, whatever wiring inside. But
Yeah.
I
Well,
wonder,
they've
it
done
must
that
be doable.
with a lot of Captain Marvels and stuff like that. And it's like they could have done it.
Yeah.
They were trying to save
Fiber
costs.
optics. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
His hands look disgusting.
fiber optic. Yeah, if they had like a bulb in the back and they ran the fiber optic through the arms, that'd be pretty cool.
I bet you somebody will mod it like that.
Yeah.
Even the
Yeah,
hands.
sure.
Look at the details in the hands.
Yeah, as Philly was saying, like I think this sculpt, the smiling sculpt, fits this version of him better than it did on the Return of the Jedi. I wish the Return of the Jedi had that more of that smug angry face, you know.
And this is the attitude he had with the Yoda that I think a lot of us would want to pair him with. So
Yeah.
There's a Yoda tease there as well.
Yep.
I have a feeling about a movable eyes Yoda coming soon. Maybe perhaps
Movable
with
eyes
a
Yoda.
Dooku. Yeah,
It could be next year, right, for the anniversary.
could be. Or it could be in a couple weeks. I don't know.
Also true, yeah.
Could be. So yeah, look, obviously I'm out on this. It's prequels, but I'm glad that they've done something different that people seem to want. I know that they've done a Palpatine, but that was Clone Wars. I wonder will they do an actual like Senator Palpatine, because then you could have the evolution, you could have him as the politician, and let's face it, politicians are arguably more evil than galactic emperors. So then you have the second one, you'll have Sidious, and then you'll have the Emperor. I think that'd be kind of cool, kind of like the way some people would like to have a Jake Lloyd, and then a young Padawan Anakin, and then like either Dark Side Anakin and then Vader. Yeah,
the smart way to do it is to release all the cool looking ones and then put that out, because then the completists will have to have it no matter what.
Yeah, exactly.
And he appeared in Clone Wars and live action, so there's like a number of lines to do it in. You know?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, look, I'm out in this, but we got a panel of 8 Phillies in. Jose?
Maybe. I'm not sure. We'll see. I haven't pre-ordered anything in a while, so maybe.
Did you pre-order the Clone Wars though? We should answer part of that question. Have you ordered the Clone Wars?
No. I do like that one too. But for the Clone Wars episodes, and but no, I did not pre-order either version.
Ian had to split. He's tired. He's kind of wrecked after all the kitchen building and stuff like that. Thanks very much for Ian to join us, and thanks very much to the 63 people watching live or on the replay. If you like the content, you're getting something out of it, hit the like, subscribe button. Sorry, I interrupted someone. Philly's in, Jose's maybe. Eddie?
I don't care much for Sidious. I used to have the hot toy with the throne, and that was cool. And if I had him back in the collection, it would only be that one. Otherwise, I don't really care too much. He did some cool stuff in Clone Wars, and I'm sure people gave me shit for this because apparently Sidious is the whole reason any of Star Wars happened. He planned all this shit, but I don't know. He's not that cool of a character. He's creepy to me, and he's weird, so I don't really care for him.
Yeah, I get that. As in, no,
Eddie doesn't want a creepy old guy in his room.
Yeah, no, I also get that. But when it comes to the Emperor, it's very horror and it's cool. But if I'm given a choice, if I can only own Darth Vader or the Emperor, it's not even it's Vader. Do you know what I mean? It's just a better figure. I think it's a much cooler character. And when you think of Star Wars and you're kind of who's the bad guy in Star Wars, I think a lot of kind of say just people who are not hardcore into it, whatever, they just say, oh, your man Darth Vader, because it's more iconic than the Emperor, I would argue.
Yeah.
While Emperor was the mastermind and still really important, and I would like an Emperor on the throne, but I think if I had the choice, if I could only pick one, there's one for the snap. And I think a lot of people would pick Vader though. No, I'm out on this. Phil, any interest?
No, I'm glad they released it. I think it's a really good looking figure. Palpatine is probably the road that I would like to go down if hopefully they do another version of it, but I don't think it looks great. I'm glad they released it.
A lot of people are happy
yeah,
about it
I'm
anyway. Yeah. Oh, look at this. This is 12-inch Moose Stream member for 13 months. Thank you very much. That's awesome. So,
Moose.
Gauntlet Thrawn. I challenge Jose Plus to do a trivia round on Memorial Day where I will eat him for lunch and spit out his bones. Here's the 13 months.
I will say, hanging out with Moose for CaliCon, and we were talking about movies, and he knows a lot. So he's been around and he knows his stuff. So he was telling me, he's like, I can beat you. He's like, I was like, whoa. I was like, okay. I was like, but he just like I met him for like the first time, and this is kind of the first thing that he told me. He was like, I can beat you. I was like, okay. So
I admire that
believe
confidence, and also I hope he does. We might have to make that happen there. I might have to hit you up on Instagram and our Facebook, and then see if we can get him in.
Let's
on the
do
Hope
it,
Show
Moose.
one day. And
He can also rap. He can give you a good rap.
I'm as old as man. Look, I don't care if you can beat this man. We'll bring him in, and then when you beat him, Jose has to promise never to bring up the whole Bruce Wayne Gotham thing again. All right, let's move on. So, Moose, you need to defeat the fact checker. He's got some back in here. He's a fan favorite. And Mario said, I need this Memorial Day challenge to happen. Oh, right. Interesting. This could be a thing. We could plan this. Is Memorial Day, is it on a Sunday or Monday?
It's next Monday.
Next Monday. Okay. I think Brandon Salad will possibly be joining us. And this could be,
cool.
definitely. Hit me up on Facebook there, Michael. So what we'll do is I'm going to move on to another thing then. So, all right, folks, who wants to pick? Anyone who hasn't picked yet? Don't be shy.
Is anybody not?
Have we all
Shout something
gone?
out.
We've all gone, I guess.
Just it doesn't make a difference.
Let's go
Shout
Kenobi
out.
then.
Commando.
Kenobi.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Kenobi.
sorry.
There's a lot of Kenobis now. You're going to have to narrow it down.
Oh,
Are
I
you talking about
apologize.
the mall
Yes.
Kenobi?
Yep.
That's good because I don't have the photos for the other one. Super. So this was like, what was it 260 or something? There's an exclusive.
265.
Yeah.
265. Okay, right, and it was 2,000 pieces. I gotta say, folks, I have no interest in this whatsoever, and I know what it's from. And I know he was like undercover for, I think more. It was a few episodes from I only watched the Clone Wars once, and there's like a million episodes, so I can't remember every single storyline. But I remember him being in the armor. I think he was undercover or something like that. And I think it was a few episodes.
It's like 2, maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't. 2
Not
makes.
many.
I thought it was more than 1 anyway. But yeah, it seems that they've slapped the same head sculpt, which has been dubbed Lipgate. I don't particularly care for the head sculpt. I know there's people out there who would be like, okay, it's Clone Wars, love it, love Mandalorians, love it, and maybe they're Obi-Wan fans, and this is just like the ultimate triple threat for that, and I get it. It just does nothing for me. Happy people are hyped for it, but it just does nothing for me. So I'm going to stop talking now and hand it over to anyone. Get this?
Yeah, I managed to grab it. I don't know why, but I figured somebody I know would want it, so I grabbed it. I actually had the opportunity to get it. Oh no, that was the Commando. But I did manage to get this. I think this is the kind of thing you got to do for these exclusives, because this is the kind of thing that I think if you had, what is it, 2,000 or there's 25? There's 2,500 of this one, right?
And I completely agree with you.
Oh, yeah.
I completely agree. with you.
If you can sell 2,000 of these things in 10 minutes, you're winning. Like it's like you know that these would be sitting around if they just tried to put them up for sale regularly. So brilliant strategy, and it worked, and I got suckered into it. So, but I do like the Mando look. I don't like the Obi-Wan look. I'd probably put it up. I might put it on the shelf as a Mando if nobody else wants it.
Mark Shane has been very OT Star Wars only. I'm like that pretty much every single week. Like I just don't collect the I don't really, outside of original trilogy, Mandalorian, maybe Rogue One, I just collect stuff from stuff that I like, and then you have the odd exception like Cad Bane, but yeah, it's I'd say there's plenty of fans out there who will keep Hot Toys in business, all the Clone Wars stuff anyway. Mike, what about yourself?
Yeah, so I'm sort of half the opposite of you, right? So as films, I'm an original trilogy fan. I prefer. For toys, I actually prefer prequels and animated stuff. For me anyway, maybe where I am in my life, I just find them to be more fun, more vibrant, more interesting, and just more in general. So I got into Hot Toys to collect Clone Wars and prequels. So for me, this figure is like perfect. I mean, I can't even say it's a dream come true, because I didn't even dream they would make something like this. So it And I love in collecting. I love random. I think you kind of know this about me by now. I love like random weird stuff that just keeps the fire going for me. So this checks off like every box for me as far as a collector. So I got it. I'm happy I got it.
Good stuff. So you just joined the queue and made it work?
Yeah. My experience wasn't too bad. You know, actually, my wife has an account, my brother-in-law has an account, and all three of us were able to get it. That's another thing I wanted to say about this. I think maybe, I don't know what you guys think about it, but like I think that Hot Toys has really found a balance where they can put the exclusive label on it and make you feel like, hey, if I don't get this now, I'll miss out. But pretty much anybody who wants it can get it. I mean, some people are going to miss out, but I don't think it's like they've done, you know, they make 200 of them and like the whole community is pissed. I think they've found a threshold where the majority of people can be happy and also feel like they've gotten something cool and exclusive at the same time.
Mm-hmm. And it's probably the right type of figure to do it.
It's the perfect figure for it.
Yeah, because it's like not everyone's going to want this. It's not its primary look. Like his primary look from original trilogy is the Alec Guinness one. His primary look from episode 1 is like the one they haven't done yet, like just the Padawan Obi, but his kind of, you know, cloak and robe. It's not like his first look. Like this is a very unique look for him, so not everyone's going to want it. Therefore, it's probably one's for the diehard and one for the limited release, which is it's pretty cool. Like, you know, so there's something popped up there. Is it Mark? Let's get Shane and Maul. I can't rule that out. But I know it's a rabbit.
No, you should rule it out. Don't think about it. Don't breathe near it. Don't even.
I know what you're doing. Listen, you're a Jedi.
Not allowed.
Mind tricks don't work on me. They only work on the weak-minded. Okay, so anyone else want to talk about this?
Did you guys see the controversy with the use of the photos from the customizer on the package itself? That was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
He customized a figure and then they just like
found it on the internet.
His photos, yeah.
I think it was probably just a low-level, you know, artist that the creative director didn't find it or catch it or whatever.
Someone got fired.
Big no-no.
Yeah.
And, hopefully they could just give the guy a figure because he's not making a big deal out of it. So
that would be cool.
No.
I hope they I think they should give him something.
Yeah.
So he made his custom version of this and put photos on the internet and they just took him. That's kind of like when some company wants to like do an article on, I don't know, 20th anniversary of something, and then they use a photo of a Hot Toys figure instead of the actual photo of the character, which is cool because it shows you how good they are. But so anyone else wants to add into this? So I know like Mike got one, Trevor got one. Anyone else in the panel get one?
I got one. I was excited to see it. I like.
You were actually genuinely hyped about this, weren't you?
Yeah, it was cool. And I'm kind of like, I kind of agree with everything Mike said. Like I like when they do stuff that's like different or like something that's specific to like one point in the show, like one episode, or I think it's cool. And I'm definitely gonna have him posed up with the Obi head sculpt on, and I'm gonna have him fighting the Mando Supreme. I wish it had a Gar Saxon head sculpt. That would be dope too, to have him posed that way. I'd probably get a custom of it, but yeah, I think it's gonna be dope. And I like, you know, people always want figures to pose next to each other, or like what do they call it? Comparisons, not comparisons. Anyway, to have on the shelf together. So
companion.
There you go.
Hello.
Yeah, to have them together is cool. And I think it makes me more hyped for that pre-order, and then getting this one is cool too. And I agree with Mike too on the way they're tackling the limited pre-orders now. Like it kind of makes it more exciting. Like I know people don't like it, and you know they're kind of like, oh, it's not fair, I can't get it. But I don't think it's been that hard, and I think it makes it fun to pre-order when you want it. Like I haven't got much of the limited ones. I've only got Jack Sparrow. Actually, I think that's the only one that I actually tried to get, and I got it. So anytime I've tried to get something, I can get it. It's like, to be honest, collecting other stuff, I don't even think it's that hard. You just get in the queue, and maybe do it on your laptop and on your phone, so you have two chances. And I don't know, it seems easy to me. And
I haven't missed one yet.
Yeah.
I gave up on the Joker because I didn't really need it, but anything else that I wanted to try for, I've gotten in. I don't know.
Same
I've
here.
gotten lucky, but yeah, I mean, a couple of browsers and
Yeah.
I know someone that was in the 5,000s and got this figure.
yeah,
I didn't really.
This one was
I didn't-
easy. Yeah,
There's
I
something
didn't really-
going on, multiple browsers or bots or,
Yeah.
or something happening.
I didn't really know how to do that, like with the Anakin when that first came out. I think it was
Yeah,
Anakin like the
correct.
first one.
That's the
So
one I
didn't, like,
missed.
so I missed it. So that's the one I really want, and I wasn't able to get it. So, but everything else, like Eddie was saying, with the multiple browsers and things, I've been successful. Like I got the Jack Sparrow, and I was also able to get this Obi-Wan that I ended up giving to Philly. So
Thanks, buddy. Yeah, I was gonna say thanks to Jose. I was able to manage to get one, and it's a great value if you manage to get it. $265 for a head sculpt, a sculpt, and the accessories you get. It's pretty good value and wise, especially with the prices have been going on lately. So, and then the scheme, like the exclusivity, like Trevor was saying. Yeah, I'm a sucker for that. So I had to say yes for sure.
I also think he'd be a great companion with the helmet. I think I said this earlier, with your Maul DeLorean. If you wanted to display that with Maul, have the three of them going up against, the other figures you have. So there's that option where he doesn't have to be Obi-Wan.
Yeah, you could actually just cover up the scope. Yeah, I got into that. I was on Bargain Bin Bros with Marco and Eddie, and they just joined the queue because everyone else was, and got in fairly quickly and added to the cart. Messaged Evil Sneaker because he was the first person I thought about would want that Obi-Wan, and he said no, he's already got one. So I just released it from the cart because no point in me having it. Someone else wants it. This one looks really, really cool. I really like this, man, but like it's just one of those troopers that as much as I like it, there's a lot of other stuff which I like that I absolutely love, the usual kind of story, like. But yeah, I didn't even try for this one. Really like it, think it's cool. But who got this?
I got this one too.
I got it.
So Mike, Trevor.
This
Eddie,
was
anyone else?
speaking about the queue. This was a pain. There was a
it?
lot
This
of
one was
problems.
a
Something
Yeah.
happened. Yeah. Something happened.
The site went
Mario-
down. Well, it didn't go down. It was just like frozen for a while. Your numbers went
Well,
up instead of
Yeah,
down.
your
Trevor,
wait time
I
went up.
heard that Mario said that they were using bots, and
Yeah.
it makes sense because they caught that and reset the system, and everybody that was in the queue for the first 1,000 lost that connection, and everybody that was beyond that was able to get it.
I was in for I had 3 browsers open for this because I just do that just to see. And I was in for all 3 of them. I was in within 1,000 for all 3 of them right off the bat, and I got in with all 3 of them. Now I tried to get something for somebody else, and even logging in with their account, and it wouldn't let me check out for anything. So I don't know if at that point they had been selling out, or I don't know if they were checking IPs at that point. But I know other people who've bought too, so I don't think it's not at the same time. But I just knew 3 people that I knew were dying to get this, and I'm like, I'm in. Like, what? Give me your account, man. Let me check out for you, and couldn't do it. I don't know why, but yeah, there were a lot of problems with this. But I mean, I managed to get one. I know a lot of people have a problem with the design not being accurate to the show, but it still looks pretty cool. I don't know, and I love the Bad Batch. The Bad Batch was great this year.
I'm not sure, Eddie, if you remember who was the one who was saying on LWO that this is basically a repaint of.
Yep.
It was Dan. Dan.
Yep.
Just Hunter.
It's Hunter and whose helmet? It's not Hunter's helmet though, right? Is it?
No. That actually the helmet's a unique piece.
Rex's
Helmet's
Is
a
it?
unique cast.
Is the
Yeah.
helmet
Yeah, the
unique?
helmet's
Okay.
unique.
I thought that was a
I
unique
love,
piece.
by the way, that they painted that as well. They didn't have to do that, and I love that effect is there, whether you have the batteries on or not. So.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Ironmonger.
Oh
eyes.
yeah.
So it kind of looks like, well, I don't know, can you see it in the
In
camera
the
here?
base.
But it actually doesn't look too great there, but you get the gist of it. They're not dead looking, like, so yeah. So that'd be cool if they do that.
Just out of interest, guys, why do you put yourselves through that with Sideshow then? Why not go to a reseller? Is it a pricing import issue or?
Oh yeah, price. Yeah,
Where's the speeder bike, Phil?
Shut up, Shane.
Yeah. No, they're already cranking them up before it even gets out. Gets out
Yeah.
there yet.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
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 I mean, if you can take the chance and get it for that price, it's a great price. And you could either find somebody who wants
Dude.
it if you don't, or if you are so inclined, you can sell it. And make it
Joao
happen.
showed a photo of a guy in Australia that had like 30
William Wong.
Obi-Wans. Yeah, dude,
pallet.
Yeah.
30 stacked up. I was like,
Oh, one man hobby.
yeah,
He has a site. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, dang, that's crazy.
We are not affiliated with One Man Hobby.
Jeez.
one Man Hobby. Maybe.
I think initially the resale is crazy. Like people were trying to get like maybe an extra 50, maybe $100 on it. It would save you a lot of the headache to go. But I also think like the headache is part of the fun, and I think that's why people. It's like a toy hunt. You know, like if you do Hot Wheels or or ever collected like 1/12 scale. It's the thrill of the chase.
It is, and I've been following that 000, and it's going down.
Yeah.
I mean, because every day there's a new announcement, so people move on.
Again, it's that niche thing
Yeah.
is the perfect thing for this. I think that Trooper was a mistake, and I don't know why they did it. I think they could have sold a bunch of them, but I'm sure they've done research. But the 000 and the Mando Obi-Wan are perfect things for those, because it creates that, like you said, Eddie, like that excitement of feeling like you're going to win a lottery or something like that. So sell 2,500 of them in 10 minutes. It's incredible, or half an hour or whatever.
So this is probably leads us in nicely to
This is
the
incredible.
last thing I want to talk about. Yeah, I'm gonna go last, but I think it's good though.
Oh.
Yeah, it's funny they're gonna put that sorting hat on him, and it's like, you belong to LWO, and then that's where you're set
Wow.
off. And the
He
next
cries.
one,
There's a lot of it.
It's like, don't send me there. Yeah, you belong to the Hope Show. Yeah, so
You just messed up this rooted hair.
yeah, that is so
right.
true.
Right.
He's
Yeah.
gonna actually put the hat on.
Don't
it's so
put it on.
Yeah, because with Gandalf it's a bit easier because it's just there's so much weight
Yeah.
maybe holding it down. But Trevor, what do you think?
Dude, these things are making me. I liked Harry Potter. It was a great series, well done. Read a couple of the books, not everything. Not a huge Potterhead or anything, but man, these things are making me want to buy them just for how good they look. They're going to look so good on the shelf with those Dio pieces that all kind of fit together. I think the stairway that Harry has fits in the middle. Man, they just look really good. I heard somebody
Because
say
he's
they wanted
in a
the
school
old.
uniform. Sorry, this guy.
Yeah.
If I was to
Perfect.
get him, I would take Tommy Shelby's cigarette. It looks like he's hiding somewhere, like, trying to get a sneaky cigarette. But sorry, you're these are convincing you, yeah.
Oh yeah, man. I don't think I'm gonna do it because so this is like $100 more than the Potter was. Am I hearing that right?
Really?
$550, I think, or something like that.
Yeah,
where
because he was $450 for the
Potter
Rivet.
was $450, so $550 now for this. I might be tempted if they did the older versions of these. I think these are cool. I think they were just looked older for most of the series of movies. I think it's a little more iconic, but they're incredible, man.
Do you know what's hilarious?
They're
Like
nailing it.
here in Ireland, like I just on my way to work, like I saw about like 3 kids who looked like this guy already.
Oh,
Like, you know,
oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
Like this could be like your cousin's communion photo. Do you know what I mean? Because in Ireland, like obviously we've a lot of gingers, like, and then
Right.
like these uniforms.
uniform.
This is literally what kids wear to school. Like, do you know what I mean?
mhm.
It's just so well done, like the tailoring, but. 'Cause
The,
you
one,
know
with
the
the
way, like,
expression
go
is
on.
perfect.
Yeah,
Like I think they picked
yeah.
the perfect expression too.
Because I originally was like, this could limit the poses you have him into, but when you look at him, he's posing a load of different ways, and it
Yeah.
just seems to work constantly.
Yeah.
I just gotta say, the standard of the prototypes they're dropping is insane.
Yep.
I'm not gone on that mouse though, or whatever rat.
I heard you
This
talking
is a
about this
minor-
on.
Yeah, he just looks a little. Everything else looks like perfect, and then the rat. They should have rooted that rat. Do you know? But like Scabbers, like,
rat.
I think it's just
Another
it's obviously
$75 for the rooted
Yeah,
rat.
it's obviously just the light.
Yeah.
Bouncing off.
think it's the
kinda like,
lighting.
yeah, exactly. But no, this I'm just joking. This is, Yeah,
I could see somebody comparing it to like a photo of the real rat though, and like.
Did you notice they have like
His whiskers are a little low.
Yeah, they have
They're on the wrong
base
bases.
on the left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder, did they do that on purpose or was it an accident? Because maybe I was looking at the shapes of the bases and maybe they look better when that one's on the left. But I suppose then they could have put Ron over there. And I suppose it's just showing you that they're interchangeable and you know.
They should have hid those knees though.
Yeah.
Or Mayan knees.
Yeah, that's. I think in the prototypes they showed before
That was
the
fucking
socks
funny.
were longer.
Oh my, those
So-
knees.
so- yeah,
Hermione's. That was good.
Hermione's.
Someone-
That's very.
Oh
good.
my, those knees.
I
Wow.
missed that trick. Damn it. But do you think they're going to change those jointed knees? Like, because let's face it, like it does.
Oh my,
It looks unsightly.
Yeah, I think that's the reason they're kind of like hiding her right now. I mean, I know they showed the prototype already, but they had some feedback on it. I think they're gonna. They're not gonna let it go like that. I hope.
They're just going to make the
It's not gonna
socks
be good.
longer.
Yeah, well, that
Maybe.
that might work. Like, you know,
The skirt a little short, longer.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
socks
yeah,
a little
yeah.
higher.
yeah.
Problem
But you know what's
solved.
funny? Like, the head sculpt was good, but it wasn't all the way there.
No.
But imagine like when they actually announce it, they just do the cat version. Do you know when she turns into a cat? And they just say nothing. Like they're just like, yeah, Hermione, it's the cat version. Best of luck.
Very specific.
Yeah, very.
Only
Specific.
2,500 of them, and you have 10 minutes to get it. So go.
Yeah.
Go.
Suddenly everyone wants it.
Exactly.
This
Look
this
at
looks
how does
amazing.
this sculpt works no matter what
I
you
know.
do with
I
it.
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
Does this forever put to rest it's easier to do older sculpts than younger sculpts? I mean,
Very
come
valid
on.
point.
Yeah,
Very
good
valid point.
Good sculptors can do it. I love all the stuff this comes with. That's the other thing. Like I just want that 1/6 chess set.
And like, are all those individual pieces? Like, I wonder, are they
I think so.
magnetized? They stick to the board, or do you just rest them on the board?
I don't know.
So you've got like, okay, you've got the chocolate frogs, which comes with all those like, the cards, which like 5 angles on them with different
Mhm.
wizards on them, I believe. Are these like Twizzlers he has as well underneath that? The red things.
I
Yeah,
think
it
that's
was
what
like
those
the
are, yeah.
candy in the
Candy?
cart.
Yeah.
Something.
Mhm.
The sorting hat. Like just the bench is just even the bench looks tasteful. Probably real wood as well, no doubt. Bunch of swap out hands, some gloved, some ungloved. His wand, binoculars, scabbards. I actually wasn't sure if they were ice creams or chicken legs. Now I know
What?
they were chicken legs. Yeah, I know. I know. I'm sorry. I'm really impressed by this. But to
What
be
is
honest,
next to the chicken? The yellow thing next to the chicken. What is that? That's the only thing I don't know what it is.
is that a box? It looks like a. Was he eating popcorn at one stage?
Oh,
Is
yeah.
it a box
there
that
was
had-
popcorn. Yeah.
Right, I think
Maybe
maybe
that
that's
is
it. I gotta say, I think these look incredible. I thought the Harry looked incredible, and I think this looks incredible. And if I was getting them, I would go for the deluxe version because, well, 2 reasons. Because that base looks incredible, and the rooted hair. I suppose they're the only 2 reasons you would. But with the 4-pack Joker as well, the thought had crossed my mind. Just get the, what was it, 2-pack? It was 2-pack or 4-pack, wasn't it?
Yep.
It's 2-pack. And then just seeing the other stuff, I just couldn't. I just really wanted to get the other stuff to have the full effect, and
Yeah.
I'm really impressed by these bases. They're not just like a cardboard cutout. They're 3-dimensional. They can pose in different ways. There's a bit of floor space there, unlike
Yep. Right.
this lump,
Right.
Where do you
which
put the
has its
leg?
pros and cons.
Right.
But then there's like the tiny little floor space,
Mhm.
so you can put them here and it limits your posing. Whereas there's a lot of floor there for Ron.
And you
Yeah.
guys
I'm
might have
just
said this.
hoping that.
Do they
Go
link
on, Philly.
together?
Oh, sorry,
I
sorry,
think
just-
I think they're meant to go together. I think
Yeah.
the Harry one goes in the middle, and then the Hermione one goes on the right or the left.
That's great.
I'm assuming they made them that way. It looks like they fit together.
Yeah,
like that,
it
but,
does look that they can be definitely put together. And
Yeah.
They put them on the
Yeah.
wrong bases.
Yeah.
yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I wonder how maybe, I don't know, did they just do
You-
that on purpose, or
The sculpted hair looks good, but you, like you said, Shane, like you want to, like, for all the stuff and the quality that's put into this, you want to take it to that next level if you're going to have it on the shelf. If you can swing it, obviously, it's expensive. Just to have that rooted hair looking even more ultra real, man, it's amazing. These are
Yeah.
great. They're
Getting
kids on it.
the Joker sculpted hair from INART, I thought I was doing the right decision by longevity, making sure it lasts so long. But I going back, I wish I would have gotten the rooted. It's definitely rooted is definitely the way to go.
Yeah, as long as you're not messing with it and you maintain it, it's gonna last probably
Right, 'cause you have to
forever.
You have to assume that you're keeping your collection in a humidity controlled environment anyway, regardless whether you have rooted hair or not. So, it should last in the current conditions you keep. Are these pictures lenticular? Because it looks like some angles, the framed paintings that they have are different.
Oh, the
You know what I'm
photos
saying?
on them. Oh,
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
I bet they might be, man. That's a good call because they do change, right? They follow you, and they,
Yeah. So I'm looking
If
at
they
like
can do that, at
yeah.
that scale,
See
that
that
would
it's
be-
black on that one. That would be
Yeah.
amazing.
I think that
You
would
think
be
they
really
call
cool.
that out though? You know what I mean?
I know, yeah.
But then again, they didn't mention it with the Batman box that when you slip off the slipcover, the bats look like they're.
Yeah, that's a cool feature.
That was like it's just a box, but it's like it brings
Yeah.
art box to the next level. Like those little
Yeah.
touches.
All those
love
things
stuff
add
like
up.
that. Yep.
And sculpted hair looks good,
Yeah, it
but
does.
the rooted
It
hair
does look
looks
good.
like an actual photo of a person. Like
That's it. Yeah.
yeah,
Amazing.
I can't. I like. I think
Nah,
I'm
me
like
neither.
I just I watched it as an adult. I didn't grow up with the books or the movies. I read the first 4 books. I think my sister was a big fan, still is, and she's read the books like all the way through 3 different times. Loves the movies. She says, your 10-year-old nephew is going to read those books before you do. I've got a 4-book head start, but he probably will, eventually. So. But I can't. It's not something that I. It's just not something that I'm.
Yeah.
I wouldn't consider myself a Harry Potter fan. While I appreciate the books, and I just wouldn't go. I'm a Harry Potter fan. It's,
I'm with you.
Can't drop $1,500 on
No.
figures that just aren't like. I keep telling myself that, but they look.
I
so
can make poor financial decisions without
Any
Harry
day of the
Potter,
week.
You know what I mean? Like, don't you? You just watch me.
Yeah.
So,
Looking
not
at
out
this,
in
I hope I can get my Dark Empire Luke's hair to look like.
I was
this.
just gonna say that, Mike. I saying seeing this, I think you could probably Hot Toys would have done a little better job with their Luke because this looks amazing. I mean, the style looks great.
Again, that was another thing we heard with rooted hair when it first came along. First came along in this sense. I know people have been doing it for a long time, but it's like shorter is harder. Shorter is the real challenge. And I mean,
you just have to add less volume, but you have to know where to not add it because it will bulk up the head. I've done it myself. I've played around with it, and it's not easy to do. These guys who do it and can style it are incredible, and that's why this. It's amazing that we're getting this in mass production now. It's really, really cool. But it's going to provide some work for those hair guys anyway, because people will need touch-ups to these things or something if they, maybe. I could see people taking that Luke and having somebody, just kind of fix it up on the aftermarket. You know what I mean? I might do that depending on whether I keep it or not.
Guys, thank you very much for just actually before we finish there. I'm out on this, but anyone else in on this? No. Yeah.
Nah.
I'm very
Beautiful
tempted
piece.
to be.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
Harry
they
Potter,
look
like
incredible.
when I was in middle school, maybe elementary school. Dude, Harry Potter was such a big thing when it came out. Like, I remember all the kids wanting to watch it. I remember doing book reports on the books. Like, it feels so nostalgic, but I'm not that big of a Harry Potter fan. Like, it's not like Lord of the Rings or Star Wars or something. And it's like, I want to be, but I'm just not. Like, I love it, but at the same time, I don't need it. So
if they came out with the Legolas tomorrow, though, Eddie, you'd forget all about Harry Potter.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We're both like, that's it. I'm good.
Yeah.
And
I missed that.
Sorry, go on.
All right. I said I quickly missed that train based on my generation. I think that's when girls were introduced for me that time. So I totally missed that. And honestly, I haven't
You're
seen
busy.
any
You're busy
movies.
socializing.
Yeah,
Legolas is a fit bird.
But the good thing I was saying the other day is I have a 5-year-old who will probably get into it, and maybe I'll get reacquainted with that stuff. So
yeah,
that makes sense, folks. Thanks very much for joining. Sorry it was a bit half an hour late, or just the time had to be pushed, but I'm good to go, folks. But if anyone has anything they'd like to plug, anything you need to promote or anything at all, anything upcoming, anything? No. Okay.
Oh, good.
Cool, folks. See you, folks. See you next week on the Hope Show, and thanks very much for joining us. So
Thanks,
we
guys.
are out of here. See you guys.